Hi guys, sorry. This is my second time doing this video and I got very mad because something happened in the first one. So I'm going to start this over. My name is Nicholas Campbell and I will be doing functions and relations on this video. Alright, so today I'm going to start with equations and expressions with dealing with functions and relations because that's probably the easiest step in functions and relations to me. Alright, so let's start this. Alright, so it says here, evaluate this expression if A equals -3 and B equals 4, right? So let's look at this expression. 5A plus 5B. So this will basically be 5 times -3 plus B times 4. So this 5 times -3 would be -15. And 5 times 4 would be 20. So -15 plus 20 obviously equals 5. So you got that down. That's the equation and expression part of it. Now we're going to get into more complicated matters of functions and relations. So let's step right into it. Alright, we're back, guys. Now I want to talk about domain and range. So let me start off with telling you what domain is. Alright? The domain comes first. The domain is a set of all possible x values that make the function work and will output y values. You understand what I'm saying? So if you have a table, right? Yeah, you got a table. You got, let's say you got, let me write this down. I don't know. 0 for x. And then you got 1 for y. Then you got 1 for x. And you got 2 for y. You see? Every input has an output. Alright? So, I'm going to give you an example of domain. Alright? In a graph. Yeah, graph. Alright. So, you see here. This is y equals x plus 4 to the square root. Alright. So you put this into graph formation, and here's what it looks like. So you can obviously see that the line starts at -4 and then goes up and curves. Understand? So we're talking about domain here. So basically domain is kind of the x values. So it would kind of have to do with the x axis. You understand? So the domain of this graph would be x is greater than or equal to -4. And you might be saying, Nick, how do you know? Are you smart enough to know on your own? No, I'm not. Matter of fact, I'll show you how I'm right, alright? So, since the line starts on -4, there is no way that the x value and the x value could be lower or lower than -4 because it starts on -4, so it can't be any number lower than it, like -5, -6, whatever. It could be -4 and up. Alright. So that was domain for you. But now it's time for his boy range up in here. Alright. So range is basically like the y values. You understand what I'm saying? So the range of a function is a complete set of all resulting values of the dependent variables after we have substituted the domain. Alright. So let's go back to this graph, shall we? Alright. This graph. Troublesome graph. Alright, so if you look here, this is the y-axis. And the line is it's kind of on all the y values from 0 above, because there's no y values under the horizontal line because it started exactly on the horizontal line. So what this range would be is y is greater to or equal than, greater than or equal to 0. And you might say, Nick, how are you right? How do you know? Well, guess what? I have the proof, alright? This line is nowhere near the -1 for the y-axis, because this whole line starts on 0 for the y-axis. Understand? So it can't be any number under 0. So yeah. But I have a question for this graph. Is the function 1-to-1? Well, we can easily find that out by a simple something called the horizontal line test. You understand what I'm saying? So how we figure this out? Basically, we have to see if every single x value has a different y value. So 4 has 0, 3 has about I'd say 3 has 1, and 2 just right under 2, and 1 almost to 2 again. But yeah, you understand what I'm saying. Every single x value has a different y value. They don't share any values. So they pass the horizontal line test, which means this function is 1-to-1. So thank you. That is functions and relations. It was real nice talking to you about this. I know I've had a lot of trouble doing all of this, so thank you and good night or good morning, whenever we're gonna see this. Good afternoon. All right, goodbye.